We're good to go. Way to open the show with phlegm,
We're
guys.
recording. My bad.
Are you really sorry? Do you care?
No,
Not at
no.
all.
No.
I feel like one episode you opened up with a fart.
I would do that.
Oh, let's try it for next week. Eat some beans beforehand, and then we'll see what we can
I don't need beans.
produce. What do you get
You
to
can just
get
air
farts?
fart for shits and gigs.
What do you get to get farts? I mean, besides, you know me, I use Brussels sprouts.
I mean,
Dairy?
I sort of feel like I got to fart on deck all the time.
Really?
Yeah.
If I pointed to you right now and said fart,
Not on command, just like on deck.
see, that's why fart porn is so hard.
Gross.
Well, hold on. Let's get back
Fart
to. I'll
porn?
talk about fart porn in a second. Let's intro the show, guys. Let's do what's important. Let's do what matters. Hi, guys. Welcome back to The Struggle with Candace Thompson. I am Candace Thompson, and you are listening to the podcast where I have my friends come on and we talk about things we're struggling with in adult life. Isn't that fun? No, it sucks. You can find me at Jokes by Candace on social medias. You can find me at CandaceThompsonComedy.com for all my show dates. And now I'm going to intro my flatulent co-host, Mal Hall.
I was your hilarious co-host last week.
Well, now we're talking about gas. It's too late.
Hey, everybody.
Thank you, Becky, for this.
That was me.
We'll intro. Oh, that was you that made the sound effect?
No, that was a fart. You're welcome. You called me flatulent.
But that was you that made the sound effect. Oh, okay.
I
Don't.
wanted to give your intro a little extra layer.
We could have won that. She would have believed that it
I
was
would
actual
have.
fart.
I'd have been like, look at you
She saw
talking
my
and
tongue
farting at the
wobbling.
same time. I did.
Malhall.com, at Malhall on social media, and Malhall TV on YouTube. I'm doing vlogs again, so subscribe, please.
He's vlogging again, guys. All right, now I'm going to introduce my hilarious guest.
Our
Well,
hilarious
I'm
guest.
sorry.
Do you know how co-hosting works? Shit.
I'm sorry.
You,
I'm just
Candace
the one,
is
I'm the one
Candace,
that books
Candace,
all of them.
Candace is
So
a sibling.
I take very...
Candace is a sibling that says, "This is my mom and my dad," in front of the other sibling.
My sister's done that to me before. So what? I'm very possessive.
It is
And if I could take this woman home, I would. Please welcome the hilarious comedian Becky Robinson.
Hi.
Behind those sound effects, behind the gremlin noises that are coming out of her mouth right now.
Hi there, guys. Really excited to be here with you both.
I'm so excited to have you.
Mom and Dad.
That's right.
My social media is at Becky Robinson on Instagram, the Becky channel on YouTube, and Becky R. Robinson on Twitter.
That is amazing.
Different on every platform. Really smart.
That's a really
helps.
smart way to do things.
Yeah.
Really easy to find you.
Yes.
So really quickly, I wanted to go back to fart porn because I mentioned that earlier. And before we move on, I wanted to make sure we discuss this thoroughly. For those of you who don't know what fart porn is, it is exactly...
Which is 100% of our audience.
No, I don't know.
I've never seen fart porn. I didn't know.
I didn't know what it was either until a friend of mine told me about it. He was like, I have a friend that's in fart porn. And I was like,
Oh my God.
what is fart porn? So I Googled it. And it's just like what it sounds, guys. It's sex and farts. And the video that I saw was just a chick smacking another one in the face, commanding her to fart into her mouth. And she was doing it on command, which reminded me of what we were just talking about right now. Farting on command, it's a lot of pressure.
Wait, this was a girl-on-girl fart
There was a
porn?
girl, the one I saw, yeah, and I watched it for like 45 minutes. It was beautiful.
So when she farts in the other girl's face, does the other girl kind of fake lap it up?
I
Or does she
can't-
go...
No, I don't think she did that. I have to revisit it now. It's
One
been
girl
years.
take a drag off of the other girl's butthole.
She did. What is it called? Shotgun when you and then blow it into someone else's mouth.
Fart swap porn is what you watch.
Or like in the Little Rascals when they jar up the farts.
Oh, I've tried to do that before with Tupperware.
Oh my God.
It did not work.
Candace.
Not as an adult,
Oh, okay.
as a kid.
Oh, okay. You want
Maybe
to
a
pack
teen.
an
Maybe I was
adult lunch for
21.
yourself?
Shut up.
Today I'll pack egg fart.
I wanted to make it last forever, ever. So I bottled it up. Tried to sell it on eBay. I didn't get much.
Did you say it was a jar of fart?
Of course.
Oh, that's why you didn't get any money for it.
Oh, what should I have said? What else would I market it as? They're going to get a jar of just nothing.
Old jar, used to store coffee. Come smell it. It's
oh no!
good.
Well, then you're not going to get a lot of money for that.
You'll get
There's
money.
some weirdo out there. You
Yeah.
guys have seen like Orange is the New Black. Have you seen? Did you ever see the season where they were selling their panties?
No, but I have a friend that does that. So
Is your
What?
friend famous?
no,
She.
She
Wait,
does
dudes
stand up,
ask.
though.
Wait,
We know this
how does
person.
this work?
yeah.
Oh, you can't say this on the afterwards.
No, it's fine. Her name's Hannah Dickinson. She moved to New
Oh.
York and really needed money before she got a job working for Comedy Central. And
So
so, she was
she
like,
was
I'm going to
selling-
sell my G-strings on Craigslist. I don't know if she got any hits.
There are weird men. Well, I shouldn't say weird, but men with fetishes
Mm.
that will purchase a woman's used underwear.
Yeah.
I don't. Okay.
One thing
They
I've
like to
always
sniff
wondered is how used are the undies when they sell them?
You
Like-
know, if it's true to what I saw in Orange Is the New Black, they each purchased, they
documentary.
wore them like different amounts of times. Like they're
Okay.
like ones that were just like a 1 week wear,
Mm-hmm.
or they would like a month wear,
Damn.
or just a day or 2 days.
This is
Pretty
straight,
gross.
no washing. Just
Yeah, no, they would
Holy-
wear the underwear and then just
Awesome.
pop it in the mail with some postage.
Damn.
awesome. Awesome. That is.
You've never sniffed yourself?
Are we recording still?
Is that just me? Am I the only person that sniffs their own underwear? I like to make sure I smell fresh. Because, you know, with us, there's like an odor if something's off.
Yeah.
If you have a bacterial anything down there, you can
Yeah.
tell by an odor. So I occasionally will sniff to make sure it's still kosher.
Sometimes I'll sniff to see if they're clean or not. But I'm
Because
not.
sometimes you don't know.
I do that
But it then
But
happens.
why would your dirty ones be mixed in with the clean
because
ones?
I am a disgusting dude, and my room looks like a disaster. It looks like I rifled through everything every day, so I don't know. It looks like there was a struggle in my room.
In your
every
room,
day.
everything. That's
Every
that's your
day.
struggle
Yeah,
for the
yeah.
day. Becky, now I'm going to ask you the same question.
Yeah.
How is it that a young, very attractive woman sometimes doesn't know if her underwear is clean or not?
Mostly when I'm traveling, if they're all in a suitcase, I'll have
Yes,
like
yes,
80 of the
yes.
same pair of like black
Yes, that's
spandex thongs,
understandable.
and I'm like, which one? And it's like you can't really see sometimes residue, so you got to
Right.
take a good old
Oh my
before
god!
you're like, fuck.
That was not tied. That one.
Was Taco Bell filling?
You know, pretty soon, Becky, you'll be famous enough to have someone to do that for you. You'll have a panty sniffer just on deck.
Oh, dude, I hope not.
I hope so.
Candace, what's your struggle?
Yeah, let's get into my struggle today. So my struggle, and it's not really a serious struggle, but I've thought about this over and over again. Like, I'm not impressed by anything. Like, I'm unimpressed by most things, and I'm a bad fan. Like, when I think about people who support people, which is amazing, because I wouldn't have what I have if it weren't for, you know, my listeners and my fans for doing what they do and like following me, but I don't do that. And I wish I had it in me. Like, I don't go whenever I see a music artist that I like, I don't necessarily go to their concert. I'll be like, oh, they're in town, cool.
And you don't like, you're
And
not like eager to buy their merch and all that stuff.
No, I don't even necessarily follow them on. I don't even do the bare minimum. Just following them. I don't. You know how people message people that they love and they really like support. I don't do any of that. I'm literally unimpressed by most things, and I'm just like, oh, okay, cool.
Are you struggle with that? Like,
I struggle because I do wish I was better, because I know what it's like being an artist and needing that support from people, and I am just unmoved by things, and I wish I could do better.
But you like things.
I like things, sure.
But you're not like, I have to comment.
Yeah.
I'm not going to go fan crazy over it.
No,
Do you sell merch?
I don't.
Like, when
I'm gonna start. I say that every year. I'm gonna start.
Maybe there's just, you haven't stumbled across someone that you're like, I'm obsessed with you
But
yet.
But how has that not happened?
Who's your favorite
know.
musician?
Yeah.
I don't even have a favorite musician because I'm unimpressed. Like, I'm trying to think of who my favorite. I really like this chick, Georgia Smith, right now. She's a British chick. I really like. I'm feeling her right now.
After the show, go on her website and buy a T-shirt. That's step one.
So I'm going through like a fan like
You need to learn how to like
immersion.
yeah. There's like an energy there when you buy the thing. Like, I used to hate buying stuff at the show because I'm like, this is too much fucking money.
Yeah.
Yeah.
And now you go and it's like you have a piece
of that experience and that person.
Yeah, and somebody explained to me, they go, that's why fans buy merch after the show. They're not buying it because they think the shirt's cool or it's quality. They're buying it because they want a piece of that experience
Right.
that you gave them. So they're whatever you have out there, they're gonna get because they want a piece of
And
that.
you know what's my problem is that I think that whenever I think oh, I would never do that. I apply that to other people. So
Mhm.
like me in my head thinking I would never buy merch makes me think that other people wouldn't want to buy my merch. So that also leads to me not having my own merch because I'm in that mindset of like, I would never buy merch.
Somebody told me that this past weekend.
Really?
I was talking about how I stress.
Merch is merchandise for people who don't know what that means.
Showbiz term.
Showbiz.
Showbiz, baby. Yeah.
We got the biz lingo over here. I forgot we're just talking industry stuff, and I thought that I forgot we're talking to people who don't know necessarily what we're talking.
Yeah, I was telling this guy about how I stress so hard about like how I design and like what the material and stuff, and the guy was like,
You
dude,
do. I've seen your process.
I was like, dude, he was like, dude, the fans, they don't matter. They're buying the story. They're not buying the product. They're buying the story. And I was like, oh, I never thought of it that way, but I'm still gonna do it my way, but I'll have that in mind.
Of course. But you
is
put
so
like
true.
you do a lot of thoughtful, like you put thought into the quality of this. You're not just putting, oh, they're gonna buy this regardless because they
Right.
want to experience this, so I'm gonna buy a shitty T-shirt that. Is made
because
of
I feel like
burlap.
I feel like you're cheating. You're stealing from people. I don't want to feel like I'm stealing from people. I sell the shirt that I would actually wear,
right.
quality wise. And there's a million options that are cheaper, but it's like,
Yeah.
I don't know, my name's on that thing.
Well, right. You want a good representation of what you are as a product yourself.
Yeah, but I think you should just try to buy something from like people that you like.
You know what? And the chick I just mentioned, I think she is having a concert this month, and I'm gonna try.
You should go see her.
I like how I'm gonna try. Not I'm gonna go. I'm gonna go try to go.
And she's
Well, I just think it's very easy to get like that because we get so much entertainment for free now on YouTube or anything. You can see anything all the time. You can follow your favorite artists on Instagram, so it's easy to be like, oh, I see so much of them. I don't need to buy concert tickets.
Right. To do it, like to do the very minimum, which is like just sitting at home and watching their. But even that is support. Like if you give them a click or whatever. Right.
So even if you feel like you're not doing enough, maybe you are.
Maybe I am. No, I'm not. Like I said, I don't even follow
you're
these
not
people
impressed.
on.
Oh,
yeah. I'm, and I've never been that. The only time I fanned out on anybody was New Kids on the Block. Circa 1991 or whenever that was. And they were the first concert I ever went to as a kid. And I used to have, oh my God, all of them. I had pillows, I had cardboard cutouts of all of them. Joey was I was going to marry Joey. He was my favorite. And what's weird is that the other week I woke up and I, for some reason, was thinking about New Kids on the Block for whatever reason. And I ended up going down a rabbit hole. I started watching all their old videos and sat there and they're behind the music on VH1 on YouTube. I watched everything for like an hour and a half. And I don't know why. Maybe they're the only things that have ever impressed me.
Maybe. And that's cool. That's some real loyalty right there.
That is loyalty.
That's how loyal you are. You're like, look at.
They're the
I have room in my heart for New Kids only.
for only. But you know what? Maybe I'm not because they had a cruise that my sister and some friends went on a few years ago and I did not partake. But my friend Monica went like 9 times.
Well, cruise is a big ass thing to do.
It was, but it was also
like.
absolutely. But it was them and the Backstreet Boys.
Oh shit!
I mean,
son. But
I
do
was
you
a
like
fool.
the Backstreet Boys? Not as much as New Kids, maybe. Have you ever had a crush on like a talent crush on anyone that's made you become obsessed with someone? Like,
Not since then. Like honestly, not since I was a kid. I'll think, oh, somebody's hot, but I won't obsess over them. I won't like stalk their fan page or anything like that.
That's really interesting to me.
I know.
Because most artists, I think the cool thing about being an artist is meeting other artists that you're a fan of and being able to just like share that like bond over, oh, we create different things and I'm a super fan of your shit and you like my stuff. And then you hang out and like you support that other thing and it
You know what?
creates an energy that
As you're saying this, I know. Look, here's the thing: is I am fans of things, just really bad fans. But I did just get to meet and work with someone that I have been a fan of for many years, Allison Holker, who did "So You Think You Can Dance," and she's a professional dancer, but she was the judge for the E Show. And so when I met her, I was kind of beside myself because I've been a fan of hers for like 5 years, 6 years.
But did you buy her t-shirt?
No.
I don't think she sells.
No. Why would I do that?
Did you Venmo her just for shits and
Just in secret. That bitch has enough money, all right?
Let me just airdrop you $17.
airdrop you?
She
some
could airdrop me
scrolls.
$17. Anyway, Mal, what's your struggle?
Oh shit, we're done with yours?
Yeah.
Okay.
That was enough time.
My struggle is impulse buying.
What did you buy?
I'm terrible at impulse buying and I fucking hate cookies.
What?
Like the internet cookies, like when you go to a website and they're like,
I thought you meant edible cookies. I was like, you
no, cookies are delicious.
psychopath.
Oatmeal cookies from Bouchon.
Delicious.
I hate internet cookies. Like when you go on a website, you guys, and it says, we have cookies, and you just click that X and you don't think about it. What they're saying is like, hey, basically every other website you go to is going to be inundated with this shit that you already kind of like.
Correct.
So fucking good luck not buying anything, you
Correct.
fucking person.
Right.
And now, like today, I bought. I was because you know Stance socks, you know the brand
Yeah, the
Stance,
best,
like
yeah.
super comfortable.
I don't know
socks.
them.
They were originally like snowboard ski socks, but they make these
And then
really
And now they make
cute
regular
ones, and
socks now.
No, they did the NBA socks.
Oh.
They have just like the coolest, like just rad designs or like just soft, just they're the best socks.
I'm
Compression
gold
socks,
toe for
regular.
life. Oh, maybe I am a fan.
Oh, you need to move on from gold toe.
I'm
Gold
just,
toe? What are you, a dad?
that's my dad's the one that got me into gold toe socks.
Candace wears gray crew level gold toe socks.
Yes, I do. And if that turns any of you off, maybe you're really not a fan. My dad is the one that got me, and I've just stuck with gold toe.
If they
Continue.
don't sell them at Costco, I don't fuck with them.
In packs of 18 or more.
Yeah.
So today I spent like $120 on socks.
What?
Dude.
Yeah,
Why?
because they looked. I could just imagine how comfortable they were going to be.
But $120?
Yeah, how many pairs was that?
Come on, Becky. You
Well,
know
was
it was
it a
like you know it
package
was
deal?
like
Was it
it was like 3. No, I think I got 8 pairs.
Okay.
For $120?
Yeah,
That's insane.
and I bought a thing called a mystery box. I don't even know what I got.
Of socks?
God.
Yeah, they're just gonna give me they're just gonna send me a box full of like random
Now,
socks.
I know for a fact that you do not need to be spending $120 on socks.
150.
What is wrong with you?
And then so based
On socks?
that, now my Instagram feed is full of just like high end, like it's curated ads for the shit that I like.
For
So
socks.
So today, before I came here, literally before I left the house, I was looking at buying like these just basic like t-shirts that are supposed to be this different kind of cotton that is so soft. That's why I felt your shirt earlier.
Yeah.
You're like, what is this?
I was like, how soft is this cotton dough?
Then you just got me too'd.
Yeah. So now I'm
All for the fabric.
so I'm just like I've been very good with impulse buying, but every once in a while I'm like, dude, I'm gonna allow myself to
Splurge on
yes.
ankle wear.
Yeah. Socks.
But are they like good designs or is just the comfort?
I
is what?
got a mystery box. So
They're
I
going to
don't
have
know.
little duckies on them.
They could have whatever. But I'm more for the comfort. Like I like a nice, comfortable, squishy sock.
I think socks are a very important wardrobe item to splurge on.
Oh yeah.
Are
can-
are they?
Yeah, because I bought
Are
some
they?
crazy cool sparkly socks
Yeah.
recently, and they
Yeah, but
really,
they didn't cost $120. They were
Where-
probably like $8.
yeah, but I bought a bunch of them, and probably like $50 worth of colored socks.
That's more reasonable.
Because guys are really getting crazy with their sock
Yeah,
game
my
now, and it
sock
made me
game,
want to
yeah.
jump on.
Oh yeah.
You know,
So you can wear high water pants so
Yeah.
people could see your socks.
yeah,
Like,
the pop of sock.
yeah.
yeah,
A pop of sock.
is that what it's called?
That's what
like
she
the
just
new
said.
cleavage.
Oh.
Just a pop of sock.
Ooh.
I mean, when you put it like that.
Now I'm just imagining girls at the bar like, do you see that? Look at over there.
Look at his socks.
It's just showing
Look at his
ankle
ankles.
cleavage over there.
I've never been turned on by a guy's ankles before.
Well, you're into fart porn, so maybe that's
Maybe I am. And so what if I am? I had the really quickly before we do back. I had the issue with cookies too because I just bought some new furniture and I was looking everywhere for like couches and ottomans and shit like that. And so now Living Spaces pops up on every fucking site.
Yeah, it's dangerous.
Living Spaces.
And the thing is that they know that I like. So the company I bought from is not Stance. It's like a smaller company that does high quality shit.
Mm-hmm.
Because that's the kind of stuff that I feel like when I'm spending this money, it's not like I'm giving it to Hanes or to, giant brands. I find the brands that have like less than 100,000 followers that are just like trying to get their shit off the ground.
More mom and pop. Right.
Yeah. So I feel like I'm supporting local small businesses, but also like I'm getting a high quality thing. And so that's part of my spending, but I just have a problem impulse buying sometimes.
Well, I think we all do, right?
Yeah.
So that's my struggle. I bought socks today.
That was a good one.
I think impulse buying comes a lot too from how we get paid as comics.
Yeah, that too.
Right. You're like, you
I
get a
have
fat check.
Yeah, I got the money right now.
Right. You spend half the check. You're like, well, what about rent in 3 months?
Yeah, it's like
That's not important, right? I'll worry about that.
I'll just mail the rented company. I'll be like, hey, just try on one pair.
You'll understand.
You get it.
Yeah.
So stupid. All right, now, finally, Becky. What you struggling with, Becky Boo?
Well, I mean, I guess just it's something I've struggled with ever since college, kind of, is I guess substances. I don't know. I've always been very relaxed about everything and like never, I don't know.
Wait, you were in Cabo with me, weren't you?
Hell yeah.
Can I mention, didn't you purchase something when we were in Cabo?
Yes, I did.
What was
Wait,
that?
did I?
I think you did.
The
Cabo Comedy Festival circa 2015. Oh,
maybe birth control? But
we?
what did I
didn't.
Wait, what did I buy?
You and some other people, because you know in Mexico they sell everything over the counter. You can buy like.
Did we go try to buy Adderall or something?
It wasn't Adderall. It was like Quaaludes or something. It wasn't Quaaludes, but it was some drug, Vicodin or something
probably,
maybe that I think everyone, not everyone, but a bunch of people took right before the flight back to LA.
I remember not buying anything, but I did when I went to San
maybe you
Diego
took
State.
some.
I drove. Yeah, maybe. I drove down one time to Rosarito and bought something similar. It was called Tramadol. It was like what you took when you got your wisdom teeth out if you were allergic to Vicodin. But yeah.
Yeah, that sounds like something I would do. So
Sounds like it's right up my alley.
So like ever since college, like you've been like, what about in high school? Did you experiment with anything when you were in school?
Yeah, we would dabble, like drinking and stuff, like Mike's Hards and stuff. And then like we would drink Burnett's vodka. But I started stand up when I was in college and I was at San Diego State.
Did you? Oh yeah, but you're young. You're like.
I was about to turn 21.
Jesus.
And so like stand up to me was always just like, this is a fun party. And
right,
like,
of course.
And it was always just like a good time. And then like performing for like family members and stuff. And I don't know. And I think I'm very relaxed about it, but I'm starting to realize more and more now. I'm like, is this a bad, just
is this okay? Right.
like finally, after a few years was like, okay, no more drinking before getting on stage or like,
right.
because it was just like, it's so easy to do that. And it's like, we're here and someone's like, do you want to drink? You want free?
Sure.
Like, of course.
Especially they're paying for it. And then, as comics, we get a lot of drinks for free.
Yeah.
And we're just standing around. I had to check myself the other week because I was like, I noticed a pattern. I was going like every show, like for that week, I was like having at least 2 drinks. And I was like, Candace.
Yeah.
And it just got to the point where I was like, yeah, I'm gonna have a drink. And I was like, why? Why? I don't need to have one. So I started to check myself because I was like, I don't think it's getting out of hand, but it was just a habit that I didn't want to like.
You forgot that the 2 drink minimum is for the customers.
Correct.
Exactly.
That ain't for us.
Candace is like, wait, you guys, I haven't had my second drink yet. I have to get another vodka.
Before I perform.
Yeah.
Exactly. I did like 2 weekends back to back, and I wanted to like do a test of what was like optimal or better if there was a difference.
Yeah,
and
yeah.
I did one weekend of shows and I had like a couple drinks and then I had a bunch of drinks. Then the next weekend I did 4 shows, nothing. And I watched football, like it was football tape. Like,
That's amazing. That's like how you do it. And how was it?
it was like night and day. It was so much better sober. It was
Sober.
like,
Always.
Oh, I thought you were going
You're
to say
the
it was
right-
better drunk.
No.
it's just, I think it's those times where you do perform drunk and it goes really well and you're like, what?
Right, but that's like
Yeah.
that's the exception.
Yeah.
Like unless you are a functioning alcoholic,
Yeah.
I don't think it goes well most of the times. Like when I've been tipsy on stage, which doesn't happen a lot, it either goes like I'm not present and I'm just too goofy and slurring words and stuff like that. But on like 2 occasions, it's gone really well.
Yeah.
But so I can see why you'd be like, oh yeah, disregarding those other 15 times when it just went to shit.
I just love drinking.
It's fun.
It's fun.
You're talking to a guy that is, I'm a certified like binge drinker.
Are you?
Yeah, that's what I do. Like
Yes.
I don't drink for like extended periods of time.
Mhm.
And then if you go, dude, we're going to go to fill in the blank party. Do you want to come? We're also going to have VIP passes with unlimited drinking. And
And Mal's gonna be like,
You just
Yes.
get buck
only
wild.
if I
Yes.
black out.
Yes. And I will not remember.
And what do you drink? Like shots or?
I mean, if I'm presented with, I'll drink. I'm a fish, basically. I'll drink whatever is presented to me. I
Yeah.
do not subscribe to like in the moment, I do not subscribe to not mixing, which is stupid. But I mainly
You
drink
do not subscribe to not mixing?
when I'm already drunk. No. If I'm already drunk and you're like, here, take a shot of whiskey, I'm like, okay. And then
Yeah.
5 minutes later, someone's like, take this shot of
The
tequila. I'll be
vodka.
like, all
Take
right,
this
whatever. dude."
champagne.
Yeah.
Here's some wine.
I'm just like, whatever to keep the party
I'm the
moving.
exact same way, dude. I'll do
Yeah.
Fireball to Rumplemints to whiskey to tequila.
Yeah, I
Oh,
don't- I don't care.
Jesus.
It's fine.
I'm getting sick hearing it.
But do you throw up? Do you throw up?
Oh, hell yeah.
Oh, okay, I don't
See,
throw
that is
up.
not a deterrent to you?
No, because then it's like, well, my abs are getting tighter.
To lose this weight.
No, I mean, no, I don't throw. Well, it just depends. If I like forget to eat or something, yeah, I'll for sure,
Yeah.
I'll for sure throw up, and I will for sure regret the shit out of it,
The next
out
day.
of
next
what
day.
mixing and stuff.
yeah.
But I feel like I've just become a tank.
Yeah,
Like
that's
the
how,
mixing is just like, well,
Yeah,
whatever.
it's whatever.
Yeah.
And people look at you like, wait, are you? Yeah, I just saw you. Whatever, dude.
It's
Yeah.
fine.
Give me that shot, dude.
Like it's all bad.
And can you order me a beer? I'll finish the wine. Just give me the beer. Okay, cool.
Exactly.
Have you ever like missed an opportunity for something? Let's say, for example, you got like super drunk or you were on substances and you got called in for an audition last minute or some
Yeah,
shit like
yeah.
that, or a meeting. Have you ever like blown?
I'm sure.
Oh yeah.
I'm sure.
Yeah, which week, Candace, are we talking about?
I'm sure there. I mean, nothing like that I could really put my finger on, but I'm sure there's been so many times when, because there's been months or like a few months at a time that I haven't, been totally sober, and
Yeah.
I see how good everything goes.
Yeah.
And like the constant like rise of everything.
Yeah.
So I know that just because of my habits, things aren't probably as good as they could be. I had my show at the Improv, and it's always on Saturday nights.
Uh-huh.
And I've gone in there because it's a Saturday, and like if you had a function earlier or something, or like a
Get
birthday
turned.
brunch, I had to introduce Jack Knight, and they were like, okay, Becky, no more time in between comics. And I did like 10 minutes before bringing him out. I was like,
Hilarious.
it's just not every day you see a young comic that's this good. And like
Hilarious.
Jack was like, you fuck.
Jack was probably
But-
already drunk himself.
For sure, yeah.
He's
yeah.
drunk a lot too.
Yeah.
Everyone's drunk a lot.
I know.
There's no shame in alcoholism anymore. Have you noticed this?
I think alcoholism is like a strong term.
It's
It
definitely
is.
so celebrated.
Social
and, like,
drinking is like there's a difference
I'm
between
not-
like drinking socially and then like,
No, I'm talking
full-blown.
about alcoholism.
yeah.
Like I know alcoholics. Like I know someone who went out on a date. One of my friends went on a date, first date, and she was like, the conversation was amazing. I wanted to hang out more, but he had 6 drinks on the first date
Damn.
and was so wasted that he was like, okay, I have to go home. I can't hang out more. And it was like he wasn't ashamed of what he was saying. I have a friend that brags about not brags, but like has no shame in saying he's a DUI. And it's just kind of like,
Oh.
I got this DUI. And I'm like,
Yeah.
yeah,
do you feel
those-
bad?
Those
about-
are just
Yeah.
shameless people.
Well,
yeah.
I think
And
possibly.
the guy on the date was probably really nervous.
No, I think he's just an alcoholic.
Do you think he's like, he goes home and has any regrets about what he said? Like in the moment, he totally owning it, but do you think he gets home and the next morning is like, shit, remembering some of the little things he said? Because that happens to me all the time. Like
Maybe.
I went on I don't date, period. I went on a first date a while ago, and
Yeah.
I had a full bottle of wine before I got there.
A whole bottle?
Is that,
I mean,
She said, is that a lot? You're a tiny person.
well, I don't know though. When did I feel like a bottle of wine, like it used to be a glass and now it's like a bottle.
But the
A
thing-
bottle means a
It's a
bottle.
glass.
Like the measurement hasn't changed. Like a bottle
A
is
bottle-
always
I
meant
also,
a
but
bottle.
I will say though, I was terrified. I was so nervous,
Nervous
and I
of going
don't
on a
date.
date.
I went on one date probably in the past
Yeah.
3 years, and it was that one with
With
that
him.
guy.
And you showed up drunk.
Yeah, but I don't
And
know
what
if he
happened?
knew that. I mean, it was.
Oh,
fine.
you
We
covered
ended
it
up-
well.
Yeah.
Oh.
Well, I don't know. I think that, but who knows? He's
Who
probably
knows?
like, this chick's a monster.
Was there a second date?
Yeah.
Oh, then you did cover it well.
Well,
yeah. Well, how often do people go, wait, you were drunk last night? Because that happens to me a lot where I'm like, dude, I don't remember what happened. And they're like, wait, you were drunk?
that's so funny.
Because in a blackout, I've trained my body
In a blackout.
to maintain
Consciousness?
I'm like the fun guy at the party anyway. I think you're like I don't know, people that are assholes when they get drunk, they're super assholes.
Yeah.
I'm like, I'm just like sort of a fun, happy guy. So when I'm drunk, I'm just like super that.
Super
so
that, right.
people can't tell that I'm fucking smashed
Wasted.
sometimes.
What about you?
Oh, when I'm tipsy. Because I'm such a lightweight and I've tried to change that. But when I say like I have 2 drinks and I'm good, like I'm good. Like
That is
one
very
drink
true.
and I'm tipsy. 2 drinks, I'm good.
Yeah.
Especially if Punky makes the drinks.
Oh yeah.
Oh, yeah.
Yeah, for sure.
Punky Johnson. Shout out to Punky.
Shout out to Punky
That
with
girl
those, with
doesn't
those
know.
heavy
She
pours.
She don't even be looking when she pouring.
She doesn't know what a 3 count is. What is that?
Is that how long you're supposed to pour?
I don't know. The bartenders have a system where they know how many ounces is like
Oh
the
yeah.
right number of
Yeah.
seconds.
Yeah.
And she'll have a full
Oh, no.
conversation with you and then go,
Yeah.
"Oh shit, do you want the Coke on the side or
Yeah. Hold on. Punky be counting like Forrest Gump.
You got a vodka soda. Is that on the side and then the ice in another cup? Or-
Yeah. Just a
Damn
line
it,
for
Punky.
garnish.
Yeah.
Yeah, no, I didn't start getting into like trying experimenting with like drugs and stuff until like my 30s,
Mm.
which is so backwards.
Like weed and everything.
I tried weed when I was in college and I did smoke it occasionally when I was in college, but my 20s, no, not really at all. And then 30s, yeah, give me some weed. And then I did shrooms for the first time in my 30s, which I still do regularly now because they're amazing.
Okay.
And yeah, liquor, I don't go hard with liquor, but yeah, I socially drink.
Have you ever accidentally or on purpose performed on mushrooms?
No, but I might in December.
Really?
Yeah, we're having a little experimentation when I do some shows in December.
Oh.
Me and some friends.
Oh.
So I might go up on stage. I don't know. Depends on what time they wear off.
Yeah.
So it might be, just one of those things we just see how it goes. But
Yeah.
that's not the plan, is to be on stage high on shrooms.
Yeah.
But
I mean, the thought
if that's
of
what the universe has in store for me,
the
Scary.
thought of that is terrifying.
being on
Yeah.
stage on shrooms.
Being on, I try to not go on stage drunk or high or, I mean, that's
On
just
anything.
on weed and alcohol.
Right. So,
Shrooms, I would be so scared.
I mean, it
Would
could
be
be a
scary.
fun experience, but I know, because I'm not one of those people that gets paranoid on. Have you done shrooms before?
Yeah.
Yeah. Do you get paranoid at all?
Not
Yeah.
really, no.
Well, it says that it like accentuates whatever mindset you're currently in. So
Yeah.
like, I just would be worried that I would just stop telling jokes and just be so like into the crowd. Like, look
Yeah.
at the lights.
Yeah, yeah.
So that's my only thing. But if anything, I'll go up on stage and it'll be on the come down. Right.
Yeah.
So it won't be like mid. I'm going to time it so that I'm not like mid.
Peaking.
Right.
Like dripping.
Yeah. No, it's disgusting.
That would be scary.
Yeah.
If you were like looking at the microphone and it was like
And you're just
melting
staring
under.
at it. It's so I'm rubbing my face. It's so soft. Have you guys felt this microphone?
They're in the back. Give her the light.
She's been on for 3 minutes.
Give her the light.
Give her the light.
You think the light? You probably think the light meant something else.
Like, go to the light? Who just told me to go to the light? Am I dying right now?
There's this show that we did at Helium in Portland once, and it was
I love helium in Portland.
it's the best.
So
Yeah.
fun.
That's my hometown, and we
You from Portland?
Tigard, but yeah, Portland is like yeah.
I think I knew that.
Yeah.
And then forgot.
Well, we
love
did. They have this show where I think they do it everywhere, but it's like you do one set sober, and then you get really fucked up, and you do it the second set.
We did that at Big Sky.
Oh, you did?
Yeah.
And did you do it?
Yeah.
And
Yeah. I was talking to the wall. The audience was here. I just did my same set, but to the wall.
accident because you were so fucked up.
Yeah, no, I did 5 shots. So I was pretty fucked up.
Whoa.
But no, I did get, I actually had my drunk set was better than my sober one.
Damn. It's because
But it was only 3 minutes. We had
Oh.
4 minutes the first time and 3 minutes the second time because there were so
Okay.
many of us.
yeah, that's safe.
It is very safe. How much time did you do?
I think it was supposed to be 7 and 7, but
Oh,
my
shit.
second set I was so fucked up, and I never.
She passed out on
I
stage.
performed drunk, but like
She just-
I had smoked weed, and there's this weed store right next to Helium in Portland that they sell the most insane
Sane.
shit. And
Note to self.
it's like a doctor's office in there. Everything's all white, and it looks like it's from the future, that Jonah Hill show or something. And
Maniac?
Yes.
I haven't seen it yet.
Okay. Well, yeah, I did the second set, and they had to pull me off stage. I think I was on for like 20 something.
Pull you off. Were you gripping the
show-
mic?
I just was like talking. I was like, wow, this is going great. And I just didn't, I had no sense of time at all. I had no sense. And they were like, get the fuck off the stage, dude. You've been up there for an hour. So that was bad.
So getting back to like your struggle with this.
Yeah.
So are you now like actively going the other way?
It's not really so much. Well, yeah, definitely actively going the other way, but just trying to. I just think this city is so difficult. And it's more so not even related to like performing at night, but it's just like trying to balance it out, like being a single
the
girl
struggle of LA.
in her 20s, living with two like basic bitches who are always like every clock in our house is as a joke that they set to 5 p.m. so that they can like
start drinking.
Hilarious. Be like, oh, fuck it, you know.
Wait till you're in your 30s and that situation hasn't changed.
Yeah, exactly.
It's gonna just be worse.
It's just all, you know, and it's like, you know, when you're in college and then like for the years after, you're like, you drink for everything. You drink to celebrate, you drink when things are bad. And then it's like, okay, this is too much.
Right.
Like there's always a reason to drink. There's legit always a reason to drink.
Yeah.
If you think about it, you could celebrate or just be in a shitty mood about a lot of things.
I mean, do you guys want to do a drink for the podcast right now?
Sure. If anybody, Becky pulls out her flask.
Guys, glad you brought it up.
So I have a question. Was there something that happened that made you think, oh shit, I need to check myself? Or is this just something that's been in the back of your mind for a while now? Like, I need to get this under control, or like it'll, snowball.
Yeah, it was a little bit of both. I was working on a project that got really intense, and I was drinking more than I ever had.
Was it
because
fart porn?
It was fart porn, and I'd never done it before. And,
and naturally,
the farts only got crazier and crazier the more I drank. And the other actors I was working with were like, "This is starting to smell too bad. Is that Big Panty Dropper or Rumble Nuts?" And half the time I would fart and shit my pants. And
they were like, "That's another. That's down the street."
Yeah. But I literally, one day I called my parents bawling, and I was like, and that's when I knew. I was like,
what you call them bawling?
Because I was dealing with a lot of things for the first time that I didn't know how to do, and I was dealing with a lot of men at a certain level that I had never like really known how to like voice my opinion a certain way and be like, no, you're wrong. This is how things should go. And so I was like drinking a lot to like give myself more confidence to like talk to them the way I wanted to.
That's amazing.
But then but then I realized it was getting too out of control. I was like, maybe I'll be more emotional if I'm not drinking, but I'll be emotional and I'll remember that it was for something I felt really strongly about, and it wouldn't be because of the drinking. So I just like called my parents and I was crying and I was like, I can't. Yeah, I just explained that to them and they were like, yeah, you got to try to just complete. So I just stopped everything for a while to get it under control, and
Were they worried about you?
Yeah, for sure.
What if they know?
Well, because I was calling them crying a lot, but like never really explaining that I was also
that was just my weekly call cry. And so they thought it was just par for the course until
yeah.
It's interesting. I find it very interesting what you said about drinking to have male confidence.
Yeah, dude.
Because I think about that. I literally wrote that down as a joke that I want to start working on, about like how I want to have man confidence.
Yeah.
Because we have no idea what that's like.
What is it?
I know you don't know either.
I'm serious. What is man confidence?
Just walking around and like knowing, just having that confidence, knowing that people are going to listen to you and your voice is going to be heard. That confidence when you get up on stage and stand up, it's like no one's doubting you because you are a man and this is a man's job. Like we carry that with us all the time, like not being enough and being lesser than.
Having to have someone. And just having the confidence to know that at the end of the day, you are right.
Absolutely.
And not like stubborn right. Like, I'm always right, blah, blah, but just like, no, I know for a fact this is the way things should be.
Absolutely.
And like owning that.
Absolutely.
Is hard.
We second guess ourselves all the time.
God,
and how many times have we heard, like I hear guys so often like arguing a point that is wrong so often and on stage telling the worst jokes with the biggest confidence. And I'm like, if that was me, I there's no way I would even say those things. I would, because it's not funny. It's not up to my standards. So why would I think, but that blind confidence. And then we don't have, like I was doing, I'll mention Big Sky again, but I was doing a panel at the Big Sky Festival in Billings, Montana. And it was like me, Nick Guerra was on the panel, and a couple of guys who like have experience in booking late night television. And so we were sitting on the panel, and the panel was to talk to like the rest of like the people at the festival about what the experience was doing late night. And Nick spoke for like 15 minutes and people were just listening and very attentive. And then when it was my turn to speak, within like 3.5 minutes of me speaking, I got cut off by another man that was on the panel. And I wasn't able to finish what I was saying. He just cut me off. And I'm sitting there just like,
That's
you didn't.
so crazy. Like,
And like, I know other comics came up to me who witnessed it. They were like, I wish he would have let you finish speaking.
yeah.
Like Kira raised her, she was like, can't someone raise my hand and said, well, can you let Candace finish speaking, please? And I was like, I wish you would have.
Did you know this guy?
Not well, but I know him. Yeah.
Yeah.
Yeah. And it's just like,
You seem like
The
a
audacity.
pretty bold person though. Like in
Yeah.
that moment,
The
why
only-
wouldn't you just
the only reason
go,
why I didn't is because, and this goes back to, again, being a woman, being perceived as bitchy, being perceived
sure.
as
Yep.
having an attitude problem, being a woman
Hard
of
to
color.
work with.
And these are two people who are in power positions that I'm sitting next to.
Yeah.
And the one that cut me off is a person in a power position.
God.
That is why. That is the only reason why.
Gotcha.
So it was unfortunate, but I was just like, and I think either someone came up to him afterwards and said something, or maybe he realized what he did. I don't know, but he was very nice to me the rest of the festival. And like, not kind of like, it felt like he was kind of going out of his way. Like we all had a group dinner, and that's everyone at the festival at this dinner. And he like sat right across from me. I was like, that's an interesting choice.
Mhm.
So I don't know if he felt guilty about what he did or had some conscience about it. I don't know. But it's just, that's what, like, to even speak up, like I speak up all the time, but in that moment I felt I couldn't.
Yeah.
Right. I don't know that that's a man thing.
Oh, it is.
Yeah.
It definitely is.
Well, it's just that we're so quick to be. I mean, I was in the situation I was going through. I was also like fairly manipulated to the point that I didn't even know that I was being of someone being like, you don't want people to think you're a bitch. You don't want people to think you're
Is
hard
this
to
in a
work with.
professional thing that you're talking about?
Mhm.
A professional.
And it was like, okay, so I was constantly like, not only just scared to voice my opinion, but equally afraid to have the pressure of being like nicer or being like
Yeah.
everything's fine. But also, I think it should be done that it's like
Right.
I'm so fun to work with. Like
Right.
how much would why is that even a thing that should matter?
That
It's
should-
just like
Because if you were a man and had said the exact same things or voiced the same concerns, nobody would care.
yeah, you would never be like, well, she's a bitch.
Right. There isn't even a word for men who behave. You know what I'm saying? Like, bitch is the go-to. Like, that's just a guy getting
It's
shit
just
done.
like he's smart.
Right. Yeah, it's a guy working.
so
he just
smart.
he knows what he wants. That guy knows what he wants.
Yeah.
That chick is a
Yeah,
cunt.
yeah, dude.
Hey, Mal.
No, I'm on your guys' side.
Are you?
I mean,
Sorry, that was so loud. Sorry.
yeah.
No, I know you are. Mal's one of the good
Like-
ones.
For sure.
Like, I'm literally, speaking of binge purchases, I'm like looking for a dope feminist t-shirt that I could wear on stage.
Oh, yeah, you mentioned you were. Yeah. Yeah.
And like, I really want to get it in time for my next shows in Texas because those guys are not.
Oh yeah, that would be funny.
You're going to get booed off the stage.
yeah.
Dude, I would love that.
He's like, and I can't wait.
Yeah.
If I got booed off stage for saying like what I'm like my show is currently about, I feel like pretty good about that.
Well, yeah.
But yeah, I think that's unfortunate that you guys have to go through that stuff. I'm personally not that guy, so it's hard for me to speak on. I've never like felt like I don't know. I think because I was raised by my mom, I just feel like maybe I move like a fucking woman sometimes, where I just like let somebody speak, and then now it's
Yeah.
my turn to speak, and like
Right.
I don't.
And we're not saying all men behave like that. Like, if you were raised
Well, it
right.
feels like you're attacking me.
You move at a very graceful.
There, of course, are men. It all boils down to being raised right. That's all
Yeah.
it boils. Because there are men who don't behave that way.
Yeah.
But I think in a lot of cases, men are so used to getting what they want, saying what they want, doing what they want without being told no, that it becomes, and not that there's any malice in it. Like, I don't think when dude cut me off, I don't think he was like, let me cut Candace off. I think he was just like, oh, what she has to say is not as important as what I have to say.
Yeah.
So he wasn't doing it to be like mean. He just was like, I'm
thought of something he really wanted to say and
that
then
couldn't have
dove in and
waited.
it was-
Right.
Yeah.
So ridiculous.
God, that's
This makes me want to drink. Does anybody have a drink?
But that's what I mean. That's what makes me think about it more and more and worry about it and be like, okay, this is a real struggle I'm having, because it's like for the past few years felt like it's It's like more not just doing this for fun. It's like medication almost. It's like a really stressful week. Then you like want to smoke, like smoke a joint or something, you know, or like whatever. And I'm like, is this bad?
Is this necessary?
It's doing things for different reasons, you know, where it's like, I fucking need it. I fucking need a cocktail. It's been a hellacious day.
And then you think about like, what is the hellacious? I love the voice you use there. Becky does a lot of characters on stage, and I think one of them
that's
just
also
came out.
driving me crazy. I think it's a mix of everything I'm doing.
I feel like
which one is Becky's voice?
Susie Chapstick.
Yes, that's the one. Yeah, you just did it West Side.
Yeah. A blast
on Friday.
So Susie is an alcoholic.
She is.
Well, Susie is her character is she's like the, you know, like après ski cocktail is like the big thing on the mountains. I grew up kind of in the mountains.
Did you? In Portland?
I used to compete and stuff. Yeah. You drive an hour and a half, you'd be in the mountains. So we would take the school bus after and go up. And you'd always meet these crazy people at the lodge bar who just talk about all these runs they went on and they're hammered. And then you kind of find out that they never actually go skiing. They're just like telling tales of the hill and
they're telling mountain tales.
Yeah. So yeah, that character was kind of born out of this. She's always like drinking Rumple and like, you know,
Stiltskin?
Muggling around Rumple Mints.
Rumple Mints.
And
I don't know what that is.
She's a child of the 80s. Rumple Mints is like it's kind of like peppermint schnapps, but way
gross.
Stronger.
Oh, yeah.
In college, people used to pour it in their mouth and then they'd pour chocolate syrup and and then it would be like, yeah. And then you throw up.
Candace, you would not survive at like a frat party.
No, I would love to bring you to
I have no desire to go to a frat party.
Well, Candace, it's so fun.
No.
You could drink vodka out of a butthole luge. Made of ice. An ice luge, I meant.
Why'd you say butthole luge?
I was like, Freudian slip there. Becky.
I was like,
was that Becky or Chapstick Lady? Who was that? Was that Chapstick Lady that just came out?
You could drink out of a butthole luge, and you had a smile, and then Candace was like, wait, excuse me?
Excuse me?
And then you said, I mean ice luge.
You're like, what
But all we can hear and see now is a butthole luge.
Butthole luge.
I could be like an ice sculpture with an ice butthole, is what I meant. And you could drink out of like a dick made of ice.
Okay.
Or an ass crack.
Well, that doesn't sound so bad. Thank you for clarifying that, Susie Chapstick.
Oh my gosh. Candace, do you know the most drinks you've ever had in a night?
No.
I feel like you could keep count.
Absolutely. I mean, when I did those 5 shots at Big Sky, that was definitely up there.
What did you take shots
That
of?
was like a personal record.
Whiskey.
Okay.
I don't remember what kind it was, but because they were giving all the performers on that drunk show the drinks for free. So I don't know. I just said whiskey for me. And then the most fucked up, I think 2 times I got really fucked up. Once was in college when my boyfriend ended it with me without like communicating to me properly. Like he just started disappearing and all of a sudden like just not calling me anymore. And then I saw him with another girl.
Oh shit.
And in the middle of the day. And I was like, in the middle of the day? This is serious. You got a bitch out in daytime? So I was like, I went straight back because I was a freshman in college. You bringing her out in public and shit?
Taking this bitch to Subway?
This is serious.
You told me days weren't good for you.
You told me I was after 8. That's what you called me, after 8.
You said you had a skin condition where the sun wasn't good.
You told me you was allergic to UV. So I went back to my dorm.
Oh my God.
And my roommate was a pretty big drinker, this Italian chick from Youngstown, Ohio. And so she had liquor in the room. And I was like, give me that. Give me that. And I finished off the bottles of whatever. It was like rum, there was vodka and mixed, and it was disgusting.
Yeah.
And at the time, I was also like, I may have been 17. I don't know if I was 8. I think I was still 17.
Damn, dude.
And so I hadn't been a drinker at all. And so I passed out and my friends had to change my clothes. I was vomiting like throughout the night. And again, this was the middle of the daytime. I was going hard on this liquor. And then most recently was, I think, October of last year. I think so. I did a show called Problems with Alcohol. I don't know if you've ever done that show before. They have a live show. Not anymore. It's gone. But it was a fun show where they had the panelists, and I was one of the panelists, and we had to get drunk on the show, and you just answer questions candidly. And then the more you throughout the show, the drunker you get. And this time, normally they water the shots down, so it's just more for the show. The audience thinks we're getting hammered, but we are just getting tipsy. But I don't think they gave this new bartender the instructions. Because we were in a new venue, and I was like, I don't think they gave him the talk before the show, because I got so like, I don't remember how I got home.
Oh, shit.
They did call everybody Ubers, so because they know the show is a drinking show. So I do know that I got in an Uber. I don't remember getting in an Uber. I remember screaming with an ex-boyfriend at the show. And the rest of the night I was vomiting.
Damn.
So yes. And
So
how much did I have then? That was probably 2 drinks and maybe 4 shots
You
that night.
definitely always vomit if you have a little too much.
Yeah, I think so. Oh, and that time I did throw up in a club one time in DC.
On your feet?
I was standing up and I threw up in the club.
It's the worst when the puke ricochets onto your feet.
Oh, yeah, that's disgusting. I also threw up in the taxi cab that night, too.
Or closed toe.
You know it. Either way, it's not a good look.
I think it's grosser with open toe because you
Of
can feel
course.
it.
You can feel it. No one wants to be that chick throwing up in the club.
The hot steam of the puke seeping through your toes.
Are we out of time?
I think we have a little bit more to go.
No.
Oh, okay. Oh, that was 15 you said. I thought you said 5. Okay.
No, I said 4.
Sorry.
5.
So wait, now I need to hear Becky's story about the most.
The most drunk?
Yeah.
Oh, God, dude. Well, that's tough.
She's like, there's so many times.
That's what I was gonna say. I
There's-
think that like coming from like San Diego State is like always in the top 10 party schools
yeah.
on fucking Maxim magazine. And they
Hilarious.
drink.
There was one time, though. The worst is when it's the next day. There was one time we went to, I was about to graduate college, and there was this like study abroad entrepreneurship, like learn how to start a business abroad course thing. And I was like, dope, I want to learn that.
I
So
want to
went-
sign up for that.
Dope.
learn how to start a winery in España. So
España with a lip.
yeah, so I go and I'm with all these like the students were for the most part all like younger than me, but we went out to some club and we took Molly and drank a bunch of champagne or just drank everything. And the next day I remember throwing up a bunch that night and like not really remembering, but like showing up for the bus without having slept.
Yeah.
And it just was like, I'm sure it smelled like puke. And they took us up to this like, it was like Cava, whatever, but like a champagne. I don't know. It was like a winery up in the hills, and they were like passing us out a bunch of glasses, and they were like, "Okay, now sniff this one." And like, what do you smell? And I was just like, "Oh hell
Vomit?
no!" So I walk inside, and I'm like gonna throw up. I'm gonna throw it in there. Where's the bathroom? And the guy's like, "It's over there." And I like can't find it, and I see this
too
huge
far.
spiral staircase. So I just throw up over the edge, and I can hear the puke hitting the ground.
No.
And it's like 50 or 100 feet down. I can hear it slap.
No.
And it just looked like a well at the bottom. I was like, there's nothing down there. It's got to be just, darkness. And then next
And
thing
baby
I know,
Jessica.
all the kids are coming in. They're like, now we're going to take you downstairs to where the cava is barreled. And they
you're
take
like-
everyone downstairs to this dungeon where I just
Where you
thrown
just
up
vomited.
all over. And everyone had to walk all over it. And I think I threw up for 12 hours that next day.
Did they know it was you that did it?
No, dude, they had no idea. It was pure darkness. They couldn't see shit, but they could smell
The
it.
tour guide, and here's the vomit.
Did you lean into it like, somebody threw
Somebody
up down here?
Nasty.
Yeah. I was like, did you guys feel chunks under your feet?
I think I saw Susie Chapstick doing it. There's this lady who can't hold her liquor.
Ugh. But when you're just like, that's like legit alcohol poisoning. You're like, I've had so much that
Yeah.
I have poisoned myself unto a whole other day.
Yeah.
Jesus.
That's, probably one of the worst.
But it
I've
sounds
had
like
multiple times like that. I mean, that's
she's
happened.
like, I'm just choosing one.
yeah.
It sounds like liquor is more of an issue for you, or you're more concerned about the liquor than the drugs. I think.
Oh, yeah, for sure.
Yeah.
Drugs are, I don't really care
Yeah.
too much for drugs. I mean, it's
Just
it's
weed.
mostly booze.
Mostly booze.
I'm Italian too. I don't know. And I talk about how I have high testosterone on stage, and they literally are like, you're
How do
gonna
you get
be-
tested for high testosterone? I think I have it too.
You go get your blood tested. You can do it at your gyno or just your regular doctor. But
Because I have this penis. And
How big is yours?
I've always been wondering, is this because I have high testosterone?
It could be. Do you have weird hair coming in odd places?
I mean, weird as in just my boob, but I think that's a
Yeah.
lot of women.
Just one boob?
Yeah, it grows on this one boob.
That's
Just one
so
hair.
Interesting.
Is it supposed to be more?
I mean, most people get on both nipples, I thought.
No, and it's not even on the nipple. It's on the boob itself.
Yeah.
It's
fine,
here,
yeah.
and then I have one that grows on my chin.
Yeah.
But wait, where can I get tested? Just my doctor?
You go. Usually, I mean, I've always got it tested at my gynecologist. They just take your regular blood test and then they run it. But it runs in my family. I have a beard. I have like everything.
So you get waxed?
I get laser. Waxing doesn't
lasered.
really do it.
So if you were to not laser, I would see a physical beard coming out of you.
Yeah. There's a comic the other day that was like, you should grow it out. It could be your thing.
I mean,
dude, what?
Anything for the gram.
I saw Best in Show. Or what
So
not
funny.
Best in Show. What's the name of the
Christopher Guest movie?
Hugh Jackman movie?
Oh,
Wolverine?
Greatest Showman.
Greatest Showman.
Greatest Showman.
Two completely different.
What happens in that?
There's just a bearded lady and she kills it.
Oh shit, really?
Yeah.
Oh yeah,
Well,
I remember
fuck.
seeing her on the Grammys performance.
With the beard?
Yeah, they did a show they did a song from that movie, and yeah, that lady was blowing. But that's not a real beard. She's
Oh,
in
it isn't?
costume. Mal,
That's makeup?
shut up.
I've been deceived.
Well, you made it. Oh no, she disconnected. Becky disconnected from
She's a comedian. She'll
figure it out. You stick it in the hole. There we go. There we go. She back.
I also know that does alcoholism run in either of your guys' families?
Yes.
In mine, yeah.
Really? Mom, dad? Which side?
I don't know. My mom has never had a drink in her life, and she's very terrified about, hey, make more noise in the background, Paul. She's very terrified. Like my mom has never had a drink, so she thinks that when you toast champagne, everyone that has had a sip of that champagne is now drunk in her eyes. Like she's got a very like
She has no idea.
16-year-old
Yeah.
outlook on that.
Yeah.
But she's like, alcoholism runs in your family. You guys have to be careful and blah, blah, blah. And like,
That's my mom.
I don't know. I feel like I'm in control of it.
Yeah. Sounds like it.
Like
It could be.
I've stopped. Like the thing that really helped me get a hold on my binge drinking, because I would binge drink every weekend.
Mhm.
And like at the club too, like after the second shows, like the first show I'd be fine, the second show, but I'm featuring, so like I have a whole hour before the end of the show, and it's free drink, so I would get like a nice buzz by the end of the show, and I was like just drunk every night, and then the next day kind of sucks.
Yeah.
And then I did a thing where I was like, okay, well, I'm gonna take 2 months off of drinking just like fucking nothing.
Yeah.
And I went to a bunch of like events that I would normally go to and just like, hey, I'm not drinking. And nobody really cares. Once you get to a certain age, people like adults aren't like, what do you mean you're not drinking? Here, have this.
Yeah.
Like, so now I'm just like, okay, I'm only going to drink at the events that I want to drink at.
Right.
Yeah.
Thanksgiving, Super Bowl, concerts.
Tuesdays, Wednesdays, Thursdays.
Thursday, Friday, Saturday. But now my thing on the road is like in the hotel is like, as soon as I get to the city, I go to Target or a grocery store and I get a gallon of water for every day, and that's my drinking. It's like
They're going to say a
finishing-
gallon of wine.
The gal's like, oh no.
finishing a gallon of
No.
water like with purpose. Like I can't go to sleep before I finish this type
That's
thing.
so smart.
And it's like that's my new binging.
It's my new whiskey.
thing. It's my new little vice. It's like my pee is so clear.
It's a healthy ass
That's
vice.
the best.
Yeah.
That
So
clear pee.
That clear pee.
So wait, it's in your family, Becky?
Yeah, my mom's side. My mom's mom died from it.
My mom's mom died from it.
Really?
Mm-hmm.
Accident or drinking? Purely drinking?
Oh, I don't know. I never asked her about the details of it. I never met my grandmother on that side, so I don't know, and I never asked. So
Yeah.
but yeah, my mom was overly concerned.
Yeah.
She thought I was an alcoholic for many years, just because. And you see how I drank. Like, there's no way.
Yeah.
No way.
Yeah, no, my mom was overly.
Yeah. All of
Mom,
us
I've
kids
had
drink
2
more.
drinks.
Yeah, no,
Yeah.
I
Yeah.
get my tolerance from my mom
Really?
because she has still one drink, and you saw my mom drink one drink, starts crying. Sorry, mom. I told her I would never show the video, but I didn't say I would never speak on it.
Yeah.
Why is she crying? I don't know.
That's such a cute mom thing
My
to
mom's
do. though.
adorable.
Yeah, my parents never drank really at all. And if my dad drank, it was like something so sissy. He would get like a pink lemonade.
I'll say your dad's
Like a
the dad at the bar ordering a Shirley Temple.
Yes, fully. But my mom always talks about it though, and it's so sad. Her mom was on I think Valium or something. One of her pregnancies was really hard, so they put her on Valium, and then they all of a sudden like cold turkey took her off of it, and that's when she became like a raging alcoholic, and she fell
While
out-
she was pregnant?
no
Oh.
after, but she fell down the stairs and
Oh
died.
shoot! That's
Oh,
My
no.
mom found her mom when she was in 7th
Ooh.
grade. And she had like gotten drunk and was like doing laundry and fell down the stairs. And I wrote one of the most fucked up jokes I've ever written about it. And I don't do it anymore. So I'm like, this isn't right. This isn't me. This isn't. And also, if my mom ever heard this, she would kill me. I said,
your mom does subscribe to this podcast, by the way.
Yes, she's a big follower. She loves you guys. It was just like, I think I said, I've been trying to cut back on drinking. My mom's mom died from it. She fell down the stairs. And I'm like, I think I like drinking, but I've never been head over heels for it.
Ooh.
That's actually quite funny.
It just always felt so bad saying it that it was like, I can't do this.
Yeah, if it feels bad, then you shouldn't do it. But it is funny. I will.
Thank you, Candace. That means
you know
so
me.
much.
I like laughing at things when it's too soon.
Yeah.
You know, but it's not too soon.
It's been a while.
It was
It's
a
been
long time.
many a decade ago.
Right.
Yeah.
So I think it's okay. I think your grandmother's laughing about it.
Yeah, she's bent over up there.
Yeah, but-
Bent over. What do they call it? Double.
She's doing those anal shots. What are we talking about earlier?
Butthole luge.
She's doing a butthole luge.
Candace, we gotta bring you to a frat party, dude. I would love to see that.
Who's gonna let 30s something people in the frat parties?
Well, you have the face of a baby, first of all.
Stop gay.
And you just need to know somebody in the frat. They're cool.
Yeah.
They're
You
with me,
guys are
bro.
good. They're with me.
These bros are cool. Now let Candace
Now
get on
let-
the butthole luge, bro. Move over, brother. It's time for Candace to get on the butthole luge.
You guys are in luck. I've got a fantastic butthole.
God.
So they say.
So I hear.
So it says the Yelp reviews.
Say,
Yeah.
All right, guys, I think it's it.
that's it.
Guys, thanks for having me on.
No, this was amazing. Becky, thank you for coming
like
on and being
therapy.
so honest and vulnerable. I know we say this all the time. We have people come on and talk about the things they're struggling with, but we end up helping absolutely nobody. Because, you know, we're not trained. We're not certified in anything except, you know, making people laugh. But I love having people come on and talk about stuff that's hard, but also laughing at it because that's what comedy is.
Definitely.
So thank you for doing that.
Yeah.
One more time, I'm going to, again, social medias, everybody. You can find me at Jokes by Candace on social media, Candace Thompson Comedy for shows. Mal?
Malhall.com, at Malhall on Instagram, Malhall TV on YouTube. Please subscribe because I'm making vlogs again, and I would appreciate being able to monetize my videos. I'm 300 people away from doing that.
Look at that.
There
Also,
you go.
thank you for all the nice people that get in the DMs and tell me that they like me on this podcast. I
Aww.
appreciate you.
Keep doing it, guys. Keep making Mal feel good about himself. And Becky, where can
Real
we find
fans,
you?
none of these unimpressed,
I know. I'm sorry, guys.
non-merch
I'm the
buying
worst.
ass.
The worst.
My social media, my name is Becky Robinson. I'm on Instagram at Becky Robinson4, Twitter at Becky R Robinson, YouTube the Becky channel, and I put stuff up every now and then.
Do you have a website?
Videos. It's under construction. No,
It's
it's
Becky
it's Becky-Robinson.com, I think, right now. It's up there.
And you may have seen Becky on Wild and Out, correct?
Hey.
Wild and Out. And you can also look forward to seeing her on. We just taped a show for the E Network called The Funny Dance Show. We
So
don't
funny.
have any details about when it's airing.
I
yet?
think they said maybe spring.
Oh, in spring. So look forward to that, guys, in spring on the E Network, The Funny Dance Show.
Very fun show.
Yeah, Becky kills it. She's hilarious. And thank you guys for tuning in to The Struggle with Candace Thompson. I'm Candace Thompson, just to piss Mel off. And if you have not subscribed, make sure to do that. If you haven't rated and reviewed on iTunes, please do that because it makes a huge difference. And if you haven't told someone about this, make sure